mindfulness, which is the practice of being aware of your thoughts and feelings in the moment. Mindfulness.
Hey, episode 69, we a freaking boy.
6'9".
Yo.
6'9".
So I was gonna ask y'all how y'all doing and all that, but I really want to get right into it. Shout out to the homie Peanut, man.
Peace to Peanut, man.
R.I.P. to Peanut. We all know a Peanut. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that story is kind of crazy though, man.
It's out of pocket.
I don't want to sound like I'm being insensitive because I have a pet that I love. He's like family, so that's not it. My condolences. How y'all feeling?
He can't stop laughing. He don't give a damn.
Jetta, you're gonna have to get the switching on, man.
I ain't even heard about the squirrel
Take it off
until
that 3,
yesterday,
bro.
today?
Oh,
Take it off that 3. Take it off me.
Do you have a
Even if your son is talking, take it off.
Do you have a video of
We might
like
have to start
Mindfulness, which is the practice of being aware of your thoughts and feelings.
Start over, bro.
Yo, because we gonna get canceled like a motherfucker. I couldn't help that shit. Yo, because I don't want to come off as like
Insensitive.
yeah.
I mean, because listen, I guess if we gonna talk about it, can I go first? I just want to say, y'all mad at a motherfucker for training a squirrel, nigga. All the squirrels in the neighborhood, come get the squirrels that is going through my garbage, man. Fucking my shit
Yo.
up. Leave Peanut ass alone. That
That's
nigga
crazy.
can clean the garbage up, motherfucker.
Peanut is
was
dead
trained.
though.
Huh?
Peanut's dead. They killed him.
They did kill him.
They killed him.
Oh, that's whack.
That's why I don't want to be like.
That's whack.
'cause
I
if
apologize.
they,
That's whack.
If they took Debo, I told my wife last night, like if they try to take my dog for any reason, y'all gonna be like, Cap did some dumb shit.
it's up?
Cause that's my boy. Like I'm not gonna let him just.
Nah, my bad. That's fucked up.
That's like your baby, bro.
Yeah.
But I mean,
Bro.
I guess that's what I said. I don't understand. Like, you mad at that man because he trained a squirrel? Nigga,
I was thinking there's got to be something else to it that we just don't know about, bro.
a raccoon, like a squirrel and a raccoon.
Yeah.
Like, y'all ran in that man's crib and ransacked his crib over a raccoon and a squirrel.
Well, one thing though, I want to be clear. Who did this?
The DEC.
Yeah, it wasn't just some regular people. This is like a environmental group. Why did they kill him though? That's what I'm not. That's like
They said because
that's crazy.
they said the squirrel bit somebody, and the only way they can test for rabies is if the animal is dead. Or that's
about
how
the
they test for
person?
rabies.
What about the person who might contract rabies?
That was another topic of discussion. Like,
We've
don't
been
they
at-
exhibit signs and symptoms, and can't you test them? And they did it so quick. You know what I mean?
And
Like,
how did the person get bit? The person who, like,
Nah, for real.
was it a person that snatched him up?
I'm gonna assume that's what it is.
All right, so they shouldn't have snatched him up.
They should have
it's a
had
squirrel.
gear on.
Yeah.
Something that
This is
should've-
what you
yeah.
do. This is what you do. So you should have been protected.
Right.
You're not gonna run up on a dog. You're not gonna run up on a dog and just try to grab a dog with your hands. You're gonna
Word.
use one of them.
don't-
You're gonna use one of them collar things.
Word.
You know what I'm saying?
No nigga trying
And you're
to-
gonna don't run up. And
Yeah.
you're gonna pull that cord, and they're gonna be able to be, however length away from you so that you can get them in the cage safely. You're gonna run up.
crazy.
Yo, go down to Wisner Park and run up on a squirrel and try to grab it and see
Oh
what
yeah, they're
happens.
gonna tear your ass up.
Talking
Like,
about getting
I mean,
bit.
I guess
Jumping out the tree. I'm nigga.
Word
Word
up.
up.
Jump you, nigga.
Word, bro.
I got this squirrel that be on my AC. I don't even want to fuck with that
Leave
squirrel
them niggas work.
because every year it does the same shit. It's got to be the same one. That should be stashing shit up there because it's a big AC. My AC still in the window. I ain't trying to go fuck with that nigga's peanuts and all that he got out there.
No diddy.
Oh yeah.
Look, he caught that.
So somebody tried to grab this girl, got bit, and why they kill the raccoon then?
Very good question. No, I never even thought about asking that question.
Was the raccoon talented as the squirrel was? Like on camera doing shit too? Because I didn't see the raccoon in the
Yo, but
flicks.
first of all, R.I.P. to Peanut, but Quest, that was a very that motherfucker was talented. You know what I'm saying?
That's what I'm saying. And
Yeah.
Peanut was talented. Like they could have worked with
They
the
was
nigga
making-
and make
they
a
was-
buck with the nigga off him. Like
That's what they was doing though. That's so basically the backstory.
You
is
mean like the Department of Environmental Conservation or whatever the
Yeah,
DEC?
somebody-
They could have.
they could have worked with son And if they really want, like, something tells me they wanted a piece of peanut shine, pause.
Something had to be.
You know what I'm
There had to be
saying?
something going on because at the end of the day, you know what I mean. They could have said, "Hey, yo, bro, you gotta donate some of that money to the DEC."
Something, yeah.
Yeah, but if you're paying, so he to my knowledge, he has an animal sanctuary where he was taking care of like 300 plus animals. So it wasn't something small; it was a big operation, right? He was using a lot of the money that he made from Peanut off of social media to take care of Peanut, the raccoon, and the other animals. So for some reason, the powers that be had an issue with that. That's what I'm thinking. They didn't come out and say that,
because
but
Peanut was like Michael Jackson.
yeah.
Bro, he might get some money off of them. He might.
Because I guess my question is, what's the difference from what he was doing and like going to Tanglewood?
Yeah.
Because Tanglewood,
See, that's a good.
because Tanglewood is nothing but wild animals. They got bald eagles. That's a wild animal. They got all them different birds that are trained, but they're still wild animals.
Is
was
that a
independent.
government facility or is
Something
it like
like
privately
that.
ran? Or?
I don't know if it's a government facility. I don't know facility.
do what you did to me.
It's
there.
gotta be.
Well, I'm
county.
looking at him like
Yeah, I don't know.
I
if
didn't
it's a
know what he
government
was trying to
facility, but
It's gotta be something county connected.
that's probably what it is,
At bare
bro.
minimum. At bare minimum.
I mean, because like I said, if you really think about the logistics of it, what is the difference? If the DEC is telling that man that he's profiting off of wild animals that shouldn't be housed in a certain way, what's the difference? Because that bird is housed in a certain way.
I feel like a
where was
bird
it
being
located?
housed
Like, all
is
this
way
shit
more
happened?
crazy than a squirrel. 'Cause
Pine
people
City?
got pet ferrets. People got
Southport?
pet skunks.
Yeah.
And so mind you, he's talking about he has 300.
Nigga, somewhere in West New York they had an alligator for like 30
Yeah,
years,
facts.
nigga.
Yo,
Somebody
so,
had an alligator.
Somebody
like a-
had an alligator for like 30 years.
I think we should touch on what you said about like Tanglewood because maybe that's the connection. Like
That's some-
maybe
that's
the
some-
amount of money he was generating and making, there's some
That
type
sound
of
crazy.
in our terms, like they was hating on him.
That
Yes.
sounds like a hit,
Yeah.
don't it? It sound like
Yeah,
a hit.
that's
It
what it
do.
sound
Go
like.
get that squirrel and that raccoon. It's up.
That's
Yeah.
what it sounds like,
That
bro.
sound crazy.
Yeah, he's caking way too much. We don't like it.
Mm-hmm.
We want a piece, but
But you're gonna get a piece because if he's getting checks from YouTube and TikTok, that shit is
Taxed.
Fly that damn owl around and get some money.
Word.
You pull that out every damn year.
Why they don't just
That
step
big
they
ass
shit
owl.
up and get
Like-
their own shit? Maybe they do have their own shit and it ain't popping.
Well, they
That's
are
their
working
fault.
on that because
Tanglewood.
they
I'm about to look it up.
They are working on Tanglewood because they have like a they're creating like a trail, like a some type of super bridge that bridges.
Yeah,
like,
I heard about
I don't know. I can't
like the
speak
trails out
specifically
there.
of what it's gonna do, but it's like a bridge, a walking trail bridge to be able to overlook the different wildlife and stuff at Tanglewood.
Well, because there's
Okay.
another part of Tanglewood, like right before that.
I think we're on the same
Like, you know, when you go up the back way to Harris Hill and you get right to Tanglewood, but if you go up Harris Hill, it's like the trails on that little, it's like a little parking spot. People go down there for the trails. That's a part of Tanglewood.
Mm-hmm.
So, but that's like, it's all one big ass field. So I can see them doing that. But I'm just confused. So did they get the squirrel because it bit somebody, or did they get
No,
the
they
squirrel
ran
and
in-
then
they-
it bit somebody?
they ran in.
They
and
ran
it
in
bit-
son's
and-
crib. They tried to grab him, and they tried to grab him, and it bit him.
That's a good question.
So-
Like,
so
why
why
did
is you
they?
in-
Okay, I didn't even think about that. What was the
The reason as to why
Yeah.
they ran in
Right.
just
So that's
started.
what I'm
like?
saying.
What was y'all talking about?
If the squirrel got out and it had like a little tag on him and it bit somebody, and then you're like, yo, we need a squirrel. But you run in the crib and you try, that's like,
Like if I ran in
My
Kurt's
dog
crib,
gonna bite
Debo
you.
gonna bite me.
Yeah.
he gonna get bit.
He probably gonna
What's
bite me
that?
if I run up in my crib.
That's crazy.
What were they
He
talking
said, "I
about
know you."
in order to convey this to the judge to get a warrant signed? Like, what was the legitimate reason?
They probably
Yo, listen,
came up with some
DEC.
fluff that made it sound worse than what it really was.
Had to be.
Yo, sir, go upstairs and knock on the DEC door.
Yo,
Go
you know
upstairs-
what's crazy?
Go upstairs and knock on the
Yo.
DEC door and ask them to come downstairs to hop on the pod real quick.
Yo, you know what? We should hook
ain't
up
gonna
one of the
do
NDI cameras
Wait, who?
and because the DEC
DEC is upstairs.
It's upstairs.
Yo, Jetta,
Oh shit!
Just so y'all know, the DEC is located in the building where we're filming. They're right upstairs.
Oh, so the ops is in the
The
building.
ops is in the building.
Oh,
We in the building too.
We in the building too.
So what's up?
Shit.
I'm about to stand out front.
What y'all
with my
wanna
t-shirt
do?
that say, "Oh, no,
Well,
never happened."
Let me point
RIP.
something out. If they're gonna go that hard for a squirrel,
Oh yeah.
they definitely running up in our house.
Facts.
Can we watch one of the videos?
Yeah, run that
man.
shit.
We don't want no smoke.
Jetta, can you press play real good?
Hold up.
You got
What?
this under control. Can you press play?
Yeah, that sounded kind
Caps gotta
of.
close
Wasn't
his
Diddy's album
tabs.
called
Yeah, I
Press
did.
Play? Or he had a song Press Play?
I don't know. I ain't listening to Diddy's songs.
Somebody
like
had a
that.
song called Press Play.
Can't stop, won't stop.
You press play real good.
Yeah, I heard that, bro.
Nigga?
Yo, we need. I had to update the box
Y'all
so
know
all
too
the
many
sounds aren't in
songs.
there. But
Is this
we need-
video about the squirrel?
Yeah, so I'm gonna play
Fire.
the initial one and then a little bit of the TMZ one because this shit
Oh
is.
yeah, nigga. TMZ.
Yeah, this shit is
This shit is
worldwide,
big,
brother.
Yeah.
I don't know
seen
about
those on-
Peanut.
Squirrel.
I don't know about this.
I didn't
nigga
know
Peanut.
anything until Liz said something to me.
How
'Cause she
many
be on
followers? What's it called?
a 500,000. Peanut had 500,000 followers
What's
on
his- you know
Instagram
his
and
name?
TikTok.
Squirrel had half
Do you know
a million
the
people.
account name?
Peanut the squirrel.
Get to 1,000.
Cause
Peanut,
there's
put
there's
Peanut.
But Peanut Live 2 and 5 probably gonna pop up. Y'all know about Peanut Live?
Now who's
That's
that?
a funny nigga, man. You know about Peanut Live? Yo,
Peanut
Is it
Live?
you
is it
don't
a-
know about Peanut Live?
I'm trying
It's
to
like
think.
a little puppet
the
nigga.
puppet?
Oh,
Yeah,
Like,
yeah, yeah.
nigga,
I wasn't
skedaddle, nigga.
Fuck on, man.
You be cussing and
I do
shit.
know that.
It'd be wild.
Yeah. All right, so I'm.
Yeah,
I'm
because didn't one of his sounds get
Peanut
like
the squirrel.
popular
That shit
real
popped
quick?
right up.
Facts.
I know.
That nigga got
What you be watching,
183,000
sir?
followers.
It just be going.
That's adult content.
Anything that's viral
Yeah.
on TikTok or anywhere, it's gonna roll back around us everyone at some point.
I can't
That's
believe
real.
Elon Musk has gotten involved
Isn't
with
that
this shit.
crazy? There was a fake Trump post somebody put up, and before I even believed, my wife believed it. She sent it to me, and I was like, "This ain't real. He wouldn't do that during the election, even though it seems like it could benefit him. I don't think he would slip up without like totally vetting the entire situation before speaking on it."
Nigga, that squirrel is living his
Definitely
best
get
life.
paid off
I'm looking at this
for
squirrel.
Popping, right?
I'm looking at that squirrel eating
know.
Eggos. That motherfucker, nigga, what? He eating Eggos. That
He was
squirrel
the
is
truth,
well
bro.
taken care
I wish
of.
I was able to meet the squirrel Peanut before he passed.
Yo, I think I know these people.
Well, keep that to yourself.
Yeah, son,
we
son
playing
go to
this
my
video?
Gym. Son used to go to my gym.
Oh
a
yeah,
few
you was
times.
telling me he was doing some.
Yeah, he used to do like these handstand on dumbbell push-ups. He like son is in great physical condition.
Look,
He's a
man, brolic.
beast.
He's like a
great.
Navy SEAL.
Yeah, he's in great like.
You better watch what you say about
acrobatic
Peanut.
condition, bro.
Better watch
What you say about this squirrel, man?
I
Trump
thought about
released-
reaching out to him today,
Rest
but I
in
was like,
peace.
it's too last minute, and they got mad stuff going on.
Yeah.
I doubt they would even want to come sit with a group of heathens like ourselves. You know what I mean?
I ain't gonna
And then it
lie.
would turn into smoke with me, because then I'll get on some bullshit.
So we playing this video.
That's
All right.
crazy.
Oh yeah. Ready? All right. So this is the first video.
Take it away from the organization that solely
Bringing it back to the beginning. There we go.
A social media star has been seized by authorities in upstate New York, and his fans are going nuts.
to take Peanut away from my family is not only, heart-wrenching, but then you take it away from the organization that solely gets its funding from social media that requires Peanut to get that funding.
Mark Longo says officers raided his home, taking his pet squirrel, Peanut, and his raccoon, Fred. Longo runs a sanctuary, housing horses, goats, and alpacas, and says he relies on these social media videos to raise money, but it's against New York law to own a wild animal without a license. The Department of Environmental Conservation says it received multiple reports about the potentially unsafe housing of wildlife that could carry rabies.
My next step is to be contacted. DEC, the state, nobody has reached out to me to say anything. I don't know if Peanut is alive or they euthanized him.
Longo says he rescued Peanut 7 years ago after its mother got hit by a car, and says Peanut came back after being released. The DEC made headlines in a similar case this year when it seized this alligator from a home in western New York. It had lived there for 34 years, its entire life, but the owner's state license had expired and officials worried kids were being allowed to swim near it. Back at Longo's Animal Sanctuary, he questions whether all this was even necessary.
I know the laws are the laws and the rules are the rules, but the fact of the matter is they brought 8 officers here who ransacked my house for a squirrel and a raccoon.
So what's considered
Andrew
a wild
Dimber,
animal
ABC
now?
News, New York.
Well, a squirrel is a wild animal.
Yeah.
What's a horse, alpaca? What's them?
I think they were saying that, and you know, I'm not going to sit here and side with the law in a situation like this because it's just foul overall. They could have went about it in a different way.
Yeah.
But what they stated was that it needs to be licensed, and we all know.
It's the money.
So they're saying the squirrel needs to be licensed, or because he has a bunch of animals.
Yeah.
So are they all individually licensed? I'm just confused because if he has a license to own the animals,
I don't think he had a license for the squirrel specifically. If
oh wow.
So yeah, so I feel what you're saying, Dev. So I wonder, is that a specific thing? Do you need a license for a specific animal?
I would assume so
Right.
because like
So
having
yeah.
an alligator, like they said in that other story, the license expired, so the person actually had a license. So I'm going to assume once it got to a certain age, size, or something like that, maybe there's different regulations for it.
Because I mean, like I was just saying, I mean, he said he has horses, alpacas,
Alpacas, like damn.
like ducks, chickens. Like,
Yeah.
So he has permits for each one of those animals. I guess is my question, which
Right.
would make it seem like redundant. Wouldn't it just be a classification of?
Like, does
It
this
should be
animal
a
fall
one
under?
license.
Yeah,
It should be a one
under
license.
this
Honestly, I'm gonna assume because I know nothing about it
Me either,
factually.
that's why
I'm gonna assume every animal
Right.
has to be licensed
You might as well at this rate. You know what I mean?
specifically for that animal. Just like if you have 3 dogs, they all need their own license.
But you know what else too? Since say it doesn't have a license, right? Why can't he just say this squirrel is like made its home here? I didn't get it. I didn't capture it. It stayed here.
Because he's on social media
Yeah, too
with
much
it. and
footage.
generating income from it and things of that nature. They could have still went about it in a different way, bro.
Yeah, the
like,
way they 8 cops
Yeah.
for a
And
squirrel
they
a
ransacked his
raccoon.
house just to find
yeah,
him.
they're bugging.
Yo,
Probably
that's
fuck that shit
weird.
up chasing the nigga around the crib.
Yo, especially him being a white male.
there's something very odd about
Pine
this.
City,
Like
that's
that
so
doesn't.
weird.
That's not a normal thing. Like
Yeah.
to go that. You know what I'm saying?
I wonder if they
Yo.
were checking to see if he had licenses for every single animal there, and that's probably why they did all that.
But I mean, I guess my point is like, you really care over one squirrel and one raccoon?
Word.
I mean, you know, like there's. This is gonna sound fucked up, but there's so many people that run terrible dog colonies that have these hundreds of dogs
Yeah.
in random raggedy conditions.
Shit, my
and-
neighbors, 2 houses down, I'm telling you, them fucking dogs be stuck in a little 4-foot run, barking all night. And I love all the animals, but I want to like go let the motherfuckers go or something.
Damn.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, how come ain't nobody running up in there?
So they can't possibly say that it's true. The only way to figure out rabies is to kill the animal. And what's crazier too is why'd you ran in there, ransacked in just to kill it? Like,
Yeah, it was a kill mission.
what the
Yeah.
hell? What is that?
That's what I'm saying. Like
That's
they.
crazy.
That's some type of shit they do with niggas. They don't do that shit.
Yeah.
They'll. Can you please present?
Yeah.
You know, you have. Oh, you don't have papers.
You got
Well,
48 hours or a
48
week
hours,
to
yo.
present it. We'll confiscate
Right.
the animal and
Right.
I mean, so yeah, I mean, you're right, because I wonder, like, we're not getting the details of
Yeah.
it. Like, it just kind of like smacks you in the face. Social media star,
Yeah.
animal killed, bam. But
yeah,
what's the, you know, are they not telling us, or is he not telling us
something.
that he was?
Possibly.
I mean, because
Highly
what I think happened is I don't know where specifically this is in Southport, but I bet you. Not just the social media, but I bet you one of his punk ass neighbors had a problem with all the animals over there.
Yeah.
And they probably called a bunch of times.
God, yeah.
And you know what I'm saying?
Found
And-
one thing. It was like, oh, he has a squirrel.
yeah, they probably
Nah, because
called.
they said it was it was specific to the raccoon and squirrel.
But what I'm saying
when
is,
they called, it was about the squirrel and raccoons specifically.
So it's a hating ass motherfucker
Yeah,
on
they
YouTube.
act like they making noise and shit. They ain't doing. That's so weird to me. I'm not gonna lie.
That's crazy,
That's
bro.
weird.
What's the other video?
Damn.
Haters,
They
bro.
probably-
I'm about to check my dog's license when I get home, bro. Fuck. Oh yeah, video two. TMZ.
We just learned that they have euthanized Peanut.
And the raccoon as well.
And the raccoon as well. I am so sorry. This must be really difficult for you.
It not only tears my family apart, but Peanut was the cornerstone of our nonprofit animal rescue. And 10 to 12 DEC officers raided my house as if I was a drug dealer.
So let me pause that real quick. So the nonprofit aspect is what I was going to say earlier, because when I looked at Tanglewood, they're an official nonprofit. So I was like, I wonder if they're a nonprofit too. Mm-hmm. They both think about it. When you have nonprofits, you damn near pull your resources from the same entities. I mean, it could be
Can't
different.
divide that pool.
But I mean, but most likely, I understand what you're saying. But Tanglewood is actually getting money. He's generating money not from any of the entities that is getting money from Tanglewood.
You don't know that though. You assume that.
Well, technically he is,
because if he's a nonprofit, then
that squirrel wasn't drawing the money from that though.
The income can come from it comes from the same sources. Just like if you have human services agencies in the community, typically they all pool the resources from the same entities, right? But with Peanut, he was generating revenue outside of those resources.
Mm-hmm. Right.
Heavy too.
Right.
Heavy.
So maybe they.
But to run up in there and kill the squirrel, wouldn't you want to find the man? Like I just
get the money from him.
Get the money from him. I just don't understand the immediate. Let's just go and euthanize. We can't say kill. I done said it a couple times. My bad. Euthanize the animal. You know what I mean? Like that's extreme to me. Like that's very extreme. Like okay. Yeah, son is getting a couple dollars. He's generating this not-for-profit. I get all of that. Yeah. But at the end of the day, the government is about making money. And so if you have a problem with this man making money, guess what? Well, we're gonna find you $80,000. Let me get that.
Or maybe they feel like they can slow up and stop the money he's generating and funnel it in a different direction. Because if Peanut is gone, there is no way to replicate that.
Word up, because you can't. I wonder how long. He said 7 years, so he's been training that squirrel for 7 years?
He said it tore his family apart.
That's crazy, bro.
Well, I mean, when you think about it, though, I mean, you got dogs, right?
Yeah.
I mean, and your children are attached to those dogs. Mm-hmm. So imagine if one of your dogs, something happened to him.
No, I'm agreeing with him. Like, I definitely understand feeling that way, especially being from the fact that you trained them. You know what I mean? That's training squirrels seems damn near impossible.
That nigga was eating out the same cup.
Yeah, bro. Off his head.
I don't care how trained you are.
Yeah, my dog ain't doing that.
I don't care if you're trained to brush your own teeth.
He getting a whooping for that.
He ain't doing that shit.
Just playing. I don't whoop my dog, people. Fuck.
He goes sits in the corner.
Nah, that's crazy though.
Yeah, she needs to stop crying like that though. That's all. That's my only one comment. She need to get out the camera with all that shit.
I was sat outside my house for 5 hours. I had to get a police escort to my bathroom. I wasn't even allowed to feed my rescue horses breakfast or lunch. I was sat there like a criminal after they interrogated my wife to check out her immigration status, then proceeded to ask me if I had cameras in my house. Then proceeded to go through every cabinet, nook, and cranny of my house for a squirrel and a raccoon.
They got a search warrant?
They got a search warrant. 4 departments and a judge signed off on a search warrant for a squirrel and a raccoon. And then they took them and killed them.
Why did they go through all that to get a search warrant for an animal that had been with you very safely, and the world witnessed this for 7 years? Why now suddenly did they show up with a search warrant and take these animals?
We haven't a clue. We don't know who made the complaints. Again, Peanut was an indoor squirrel, not harming anybody. He's been with us for 7 years. Not a single complaint was ever filed for this animal. We had him for 7.5 years. He became the world's most famous squirrel. We weren't hiding him by any means. He was all over TikTok. He became the first squirrel on TikTok to ever hit 1 million followers. He did every news station around the world. He's helped people. He's helped kids gather joy. And then we started a nonprofit animal rescue called Peanut's Freedom Farm to help animals like Peanut fight a good fight when they're in a neglected case or they're sitting in a slaughter auction. And he was the cornerstone of our life and our organization. We used his platform to help raise money for the 300 animals we have at our sanctuary.
How did you find out that they euthanized Peanut?
They haven't messaged me. They haven't called me. They haven't given me a formal statement whatsoever. The last time I heard from the DEC was when they left my house. Another news station called me with their statement, and that's how I found out Peanut is gone. They didn't even have the heart to call me themselves to tell me what was going on. This state has more problems than a squirrel and a raccoon, and we're using our taxpayers' dollars to help take these animals out of a comfortable place, all because of some paperwork? The statement released that Peanut bit one of the people. Peanut's bitten me 5 times in 7 years. Peanut also is an animal that only knows me. So why wouldn't you have protective gloves on and protective equipment to allow an animal like him that to bite you? Also, to be honest with you, I don't buy it whatsoever. The fact
I didn't know about squirrels ever in my life, and when I came to Peanut a couple of years ago, like, he would have never bitten me. Like, he never bit me.
The complaints were told are anonymous. So anonymous claims got the state to get a search warrant, which was signed by multiple different departments and a judge. So I want to know what the evidence was that this was such a devastating thing to the community that we had to waste taxpayers' dollars and ruin a family in a nonprofit animal rescue because we have power?
Will you be taking some legal action?
Oh, the firefight has just begun. This needs to be used as an example of how this state uses their resources and their power. Not only that, the only source of income and donations have come from Peanut's social media. I don't know how I'm going to run the nonprofit animal rescue with over 300 animals at my sanctuary right now without the funding from Peanut. Yeah. My wife and I work 3 jobs to pay the other 50% of the $20,000 we have to accumulate in funding a month for these animals. They just took my best friend for the last 7 years.
And we'll never bring him back.
And the sanctuary is called Peanut's Freedom Farm. And you just took Peanut out of the Freedom Farm of our organization. And everybody looked at it like it was just nothing. This is the DEC who is supposed to be helping animals out of bad cases. And you came to a case that had animals in good possession, and you took them and killed them. Not only that, you just put the entire organization in jeopardy, because I don't know how we're going to fund this organization anymore without this social media.
How did he get 300 animals? If like, did he just start this 300 animal thing with the squirrel?
That's a good
question. Because 300 animals seems like years.
That's a lot of work.
Yeah, so
you gotta have a lot of hands on that.
You gotta have some income though. You know what I mean? It could have been a squirrel.
Shit. That's what he said. 20,000 a month.
It sounds like maybe when they saved Peanut, it probably got them on that path of rescuing animals because Peanut was messed up when they first.
But he has a farm.
Well,
if you had all that and you didn't have animals before.
He was in Connecticut before and moved up here.
I feel like I seen him at a gym.
He was at my gym.
What gym you go to?
No, around the court, New York Sport Fitness.
Okay.
I didn't know if he went to other ones, but I know he was at mine a few times.
I went there before. I think I might have seen him there. But I'm this whole 300 animals thing in the squirrel. How was he funding it before, or did the squirrel start the whole thing, and how did it end up at 300?
Good question.
Because goddamn, how do you
That's
I'd be devastated, yo. Like, that's crazy.
It's like they shut it down. It's almost like that was the intent, to be able to shut it down.
Yeah.
He said he couldn't feed his horses breakfast or lunch. So imagine how long he was sitting there.
He said 5 to 6 hours.
5 hours.
For a squirrel and raccoon I ain't
Nigga,
gonna lie.
that squirrel was all over the place. They was probably
Fact,
running
he was
all over
moving.
the place trying to catch that squirrel. Nah.
But he couldn't have helped the squirrel. It's not like
It sucks.
Well, you know,
he gonna get some money.
our hearts go out to
Hope he do.
your whole fam, everybody, because we hope you get to the bottom of this, right? Like,
Yeah, man.
That shit's crazy. I mean, you know, fair is fair, man. You know, if your dog gets loose and it bites somebody, you know, that's a different story.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Comparative to if somebody runs in your crib and your dog bites them, that's a different story. You know, they had a squirrel. I mean, it's not a dog, but if any animal feels threatened in any situation as far as their personal thing, it's gonna bite you.
It's gonna bite you.
You know what I'm saying? Like, it don't matter. Like, when I used to walk at Eldridge Park, you walked with me a couple times, Quest. We be walking and them ducks start coming at us. What we do? We start backing up a little bit. Like, there's too many ducks.
Yeah,
they
bro.
might try to bite you.
Oh, they live here.
they gangster over there
but,
too.
But I'm just saying though.
They look at you like you better slow down.
Word.
Word up, but you know what I mean? Like, I wouldn't approach one of them motherfucking ducks and try to pet it. It's probably
Hell
gonna bite
no.
me. And it's outside in the open. So what do you think that any animal that's trained, you're gonna come into their domain?
You're not even trying to pet it.
Nah, you trying to grab
chasing
it.
this motherfucker. Like, you trying to get him.
Yeah.
Nigga, if you came into my house and tried to grab my wife's arm, she gonna try and stab you, nigga.
What?
Yeah,
Shit, might bite you.
Yo, so anything y'all want to say to Peanut?
R.I.P.
Fred the
Peanut.
raccoon.
Rest in peace, man.
Rest in peace.
His name was Fred.
Justice.
Fred the raccoon.
They need
Oh,
justice.
Fred the raccoon too. They killed him too.
Yeah.
Weird.
And they talking about rape.
Fred the
They had to
raccoon.
explain the raccoon. 'Cause the squirrel bit somebody for sure, but
I feel like they was
They
more
gotta
worried
explain
about
that.
the squirrel because it was more popular
Yeah.
than the raccoon.
That's put so much context on it too. Like, they had a mission. They made sure they accomplished that mission.
that motherfucker
Get
probably
'em.
didn't even bite nobody.
Word up.
Probably didn't even bite nobody.
But I mean,
Outside of
that shit probably
Him.
bit, that. Yo, listen, that thing bit somebody.
You can't knock it if it did.
That's what I'm saying.
If they
That's
wanted
why-
it to be contained properly, you could have had the owner that was comfortable with it
Yeah.
put it in a
In a
cage or
cage.
something.
Exactly.
If that was the goal, but
Like that's what that's my point. That it probably bit somebody.
Yeah.
It probably did, but just like he said, what do you think's gonna happen? He said it.
Yeah.
What do you think's gonna happen? They didn't have no equipment, no gloves, no nothing. They just
Animal
ran up on him
professionals.
and tried to grab the nigga. And if you a DEC, that's your job, is to be educated on all forms of animal and how to contain any animal. That's what you do.
And I'm not a part of that structure, but I'm not grabbing a squirrel barehanded.
Me neither.
nah,
Well, we
I ain't
black.
doing
We ain't
that.
we ain't doing none of that shit.
nah, bro.
I'm not grabbing no snake barehanded.
None of that.
No tarantula. barehanded.
Squirrels are quick and
I'm not-
explosive,
I'm not-
nigga.
Yeah, bro.
I don't even want
You
to.
can't even use a blanket. You ain't getting that
Nah.
nigga with a blanket or nothing.
Nothing.
That's scary to
When-
me
when
because
I
it's
go-
like
I
you
remember
have no
one-
wins, bro.
I remember one ran up in my crib.
You gotta leave the doors.
Not at this crib that I'm at.
How
but
you get
I
it
was
out?
pissed. My Bryant got that nigga out.
Oh yeah.
Bryant got him out, bro. If we didn't have Bryant, we been assed out.
Like that's between y'all.
Brian was gonna get that mountain lion.
The bear. Yo.
He was gonna get that bear.
Bryant got hurt, boy. I'm telling
Yo.
you.
What do you think the morale of the officers is?
Now them nigg- in hindsight, now after the publicity, they feel like dummies. I hope.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I mean, you never really know, because I mean, when you think about it, even if I don't want to equate it to people, but you know, I always think about that same question when we have all of these different things going on with the police and people. You know what I mean? Whether it was like, oh, he choked him out, or even the Tyreek Hill case when the dude, you know what I mean? Like, I just always think about the same thing. Like, what were them officers feeling in the after effect? I understand in the moment, in the heat of what was going on in the situation, but damn, after you thought about it, you're like, damn, it is a squirrel. Like, nigga, I passed 150 squirrels. There's probably seven dead squirrels on Lake Street right now, and y'all worried
You got
about
mad
this?
trees around your crib too,
Word
so
up.
you know they heavy.
Yeah, I be seeing them niggas every day at Dwitzburg.
I'll never look at a squirrel the same again. That's for sure. Like,
them niggas be chilling.
Yeah,
man.
That nigga got more followers than me.
Word, man.
I'm hating right now.
I respect the squirrels, man. They be on they smart, they fast.
Yeah.
You know, I'll throw shit out there. I mean, they was robbing my garden this summer though, and I ain't mad. It was kind of cute to see one of them.
One peanut though.
Nah, it wasn't. It could have been his people though. You never know. But you see them little squirrels running across the driveway with a big ass tomato, bigger than they face.
They lit too.
I respect you, little
They
homie.
lit.
I respect
They
you.
straight hustlers, bro.
Yeah,
They
yeah.
get it. They get it. However,
And they ain't nosy. Noisy. They get in and out.
yeah.
Yo, so I want to play this video for y'all real quick about you guys heard about the electricity getting shut off at Hawthorne Court?
Word up.
No.
Electric and
Hell
gas.
yeah, they said they made a $50,000
So-
payment last week, and they still shut them off.
Real shit. I
They
had
said
to
they hold him, so
I had to
apparently.
take my generator over to my grandmother because she didn't want to leave her apartment. My cousin Chris was gonna have her come stay with him. And you know how older people, they like,
Yeah, man.
they settled, they comfortable, like, nah, I ain't going nowhere.
Yeah.
And my wife told me about the whole situation, so I went over there and got her set up. She was celebrating. Boy, had her TV plugged back in and her lights. She was the
Nice.
only one in the courts
Dope.
with electricity,
How
bro.
long was it out for?
Oh, they just turned it back on yesterday.
So how long was it?
Like a week.
It was a
They had the guy going around already. Do you want to make a lawsuit?
Word
I'll
up.
just sign my name right up.
Real
You
talk.
damn right.
So the real part about it is my grandmother said that she was ahead on her rent to the point that the last time she tried to make a rent payment, they told her she was
Too
a few
far
months ahead. So think about that and put it in context. Even if you pay your rent ahead of time, they have the ability to fuck up your money and get your utilities shut off. So it wasn't the resident's fault per se.
Damn.
I mean, it wasn't the residents' fault at all.
At all.
That's crazy.
I mean, because realistically, if you think about it, so let's just say,
whose fault was it?
think about let's just say
People
there's
making
three,
them payments.
let's say there's 300.
Whoever owns the
Let's say there's 300
Finance office.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Let's say there's 300 apartments in Hawthorne Court, right?
Yeah.
At least 150 of those, are government subsidized. Right? So they're probably getting, on average, out of 150, they're getting $1,000 a month. You know what I mean? That's $150,000 a month.
Right.
You know what I mean? And that's on a low end. So they're making $150,000 a month to the point where they said that they paid up like 300 and some thousand. And then the week before, they made a $50,000 payment. And then a week later, it got shut off. But
That's never happened before, has it?
But yeah, it happened a couple years ago.
Really?
Yeah. But
You
you know the
think
crazy
about-
thing is they can't do it if it was cold.
Shit, it was cold.
Nah, but if it was like wintertime cold, they couldn't do that.
Bruh.
After a certain date, it doesn't gotta be weather. Like say, like
Date of the year?
yeah,
Type shit?
because when it hits winter, it could be whatever out, but it's winter now.
Shit at nighttime, bro?
Yeah, at nighttime
Yeah,
it's
it's
been cold.
It's like winter when I wake up in the morning now.
man.
It was 29 degrees this morning. I was like, damn.
Imagine how
I get
the
up early,
workers
though.
felt that shut that off.
so cold.
We sitting here talking about the DEC and how the morale of those individuals were. Imagine how it must feel to be the people that work for NYSEG and they're like, yo, you got to go do this.
Well, you know what else too? How I could think about that? I'm not. Yeah, we're doing it to all of them, but I'm not necessarily doing it to them. In my mind, this is dealing with a financial office.
Yeah.
So
I mean,
when
if you,
shut
I'm saying
these
if you think about that, my cousin Chris actually works for NYSEG. He's the one that offered my grandmother to come stay with him. So imagine how somebody in his position feels knowing that I'm not saying he did because I don't think that's what he does for NYSEG. Right. But knowing that your grandmother lives there and her shit is about to get shut off and it's out of your power.
I gotta ask my cuz. He worked for NYSEG. He
Todd,
been there for
right?
mad years. So I'm gonna see what's
and
up.
somebody
with that.
like him, you know, he doesn't feel good about shit like that. 'Cause he's a solid dude.
Yeah, man. That's
foul,
crazy.
though, man. Let me play this video. I ain't gonna play all of it. I don't know how long it is, but we shall see.
Electricity and gas service are both out for people living in the Woodlawn Court apartments in Elmira. The place has more than 270 apartments. People pay for their power and gas with their rent, but as 18 News reporter
Let me make the screen a little bigger.
Ayanian found out, the apartment manager says NYSEG won't negotiate for a payment plan.
Well, it was quite a surprise because we weren't told that we were going to be shut off. So it's quite a surprise, especially there's a lot of people here that are very vulnerable.
Yeah, I'm upset because
Text.
I have oxygen and I got stuff to breathe because I'm immune compromised. And I have to breathe with oxygen in the house. And the electric's been off since 8:30 this morning.
You know, I have a special needs son who has an eating disorder. He requires a communication device. I can't use any of that without gas and electric. And there's also people in this community, in this complex, that are on pacemakers and heart monitors. So it's a little bit scary.
This morning, without warning, I came into the office and NYSEG was sitting here waiting to shut us off. We have paid $360,000 over the past few months. We have paid $50,000 just last Thursday. The 27th, they had threatened to shut us off, but we had made that $50,000 payment. So they wouldn't shut us off. The 27th came and went. I pull in today, they're like, oh, we're going to shut you off.
And how will people manage going forward?
Can't be the full
I don't know. I don't know, I can't afford to buy no generator.
I've been asking friends and family to drop me off flashlights and, candles and things like that, but there's really nothing I can do. I can't cook for my special needs son without a stove. I'm not sure what I should do.
In Elmira, Stefan Ayanian, 18 News.
Yeah, that's crazy. More of a reason for you to make sure you can provide for you and yours at all costs, man.
I feel like, because they're talking about them payments they made over a couple months, I feel like you had to be so deep in the hole to make a payment like that and then not matter.
How much do you owe overall?
To not negotiate?
And you made a $300,000 payment, then a $50,000 payment, and they still shut your shit off?
Yeah.
That's making a statement right there.
That is. She said the 27th.
Nigga, that's a quarter. That's over a quarter billy right there.
Millie is pushing a half.
Millie, that's what I'm saying.
Pushing a
like,
half, so they probably up there in the what they owe. Like,
I mean, and like I said, when you think about it, like I said, if there's 300 apartments, on average, a 3-bedroom apartment, over there, everything included, probably like 12 something. You know what I'm saying? So on average, 150. That's 150,000 a month.
Shit. Damn, was they just not paying?
That's 150,000 a month.
How do those apartments work? Is it income based?
Yeah. And it's income based, but that's what I'm saying. So you know what I mean? And that's only at half. So if they have 300 apartments, say there's 200 apartments.
What they said, 270 something?
Over 270, yeah.
270 apartments, right? So 270 residents. So 270 people, right? And the only reason why I keep saying the low number is because those, probably half of those are subsidized through the government, and they get their money hands down on the first.
Right.
So that's guaranteed money. Okay, so yeah, some people ain't paying their rent. That's whatever, but you still got.
So would that rent money go directly to them, or would it go to the resident first, and then the resident pays if it's subsidized?
No, so it comes right to you in the check.
Oh, so they're getting.
So yeah, so like
guaranteed.
So my residents in my house, I get a check from the county. It comes on the 3rd of every month. Without nothing from them. Now sometimes, like with certain assistants, your rent might be $1,300, and they're only going to cover 1,000 of it, and you owe the rest of the $300. You know what I mean?
Oh, that's
sometimes
Section
like
8,
that.
right?
Section 8, something like that. Yeah.
So you saying that's how those are ran, or that's how yours?
Well, what I'm saying is that's how a lot of the people who live in those type of communities, a lot of those type of people are on some sort of government assistants. So that's what he said. They said 270 some different residents. So I say 150 of those residents most likely are some sort of subsidy income. So that like I said, they're getting a certain amount of money on the first every month.
Think about think about the timing of this shit too, right? On Halloween, the electricity was shut off. Like, you know, there's mad kids that come from, you know, lower class economic situations, and how are they going to trick or treat on Halloween? Like, you couldn't have picked a different time.
Yeah. Yo, they do shit. They do shit like that.
Power, man, power.
I think NICEAG needs to be investigated.
I wonder if this will be the end of it, or if it will turn into something.
They got people that come. Don't they come read the meters like once in a blue moon? Because I haven't seen the meter reader.
That's why
they're trying to get rid of them.
Yeah, they're putting in new
the automated
yeah,
joints, right?
Yeah.
That should fix it, but
it's not. But it's not though, because you know what the fuck shit is? They're putting in those meters, but they're charging you to put in those meters.
Man,
they're charging you not to have them too.
But
If you don't have, if they don't put them in, I got a letter the other day. Said it like if you don't set an appointment up, they're gonna start charging you. Like, god damn.
Yeah, they need to get investigated because they.
Well, I mean, they're a monopoly. It's like
I was just about to say that.
I mean, you got Niagara Mohawk. That's in Western New York. That's the power company. You know where I'm from is Niagara Mohawk, but there is NICEAG out there, but it's mainly Niagara Mohawk. So what really are you gonna do? It's just like Spectrum. You know, the services are the services. You know what I mean? And that's why, you know.
Well, with that, you got options, but with gas and electric, I mean, don't they have like those salesmen, those power people that be seeing if you want to switch over?
Yeah, but they're still
Empire.
But that's on cable.
Sean Marks used to do that. What the fuck was the name of it?
It's something like a.
But you know what's crazy? I think the delivery is still the same.
NICEAG. That's what I'm saying.
It's still delivered.
They're still getting money off of it.
Yeah.
They're just not getting the service, but they're still getting money because they have to use NICEAG's grids and all their stuff to run the power. So so it's like they're still working together.
Gotcha.
Big money, big power, big power. Anything else y'all want to talk about? Like let's talk about some happy stuff.
Real quick, I can talk about some happy stuff. I'm proud to finally announce that I started a new photo booth business. It's Magical Moments.
Fuck your business.
Man, fuck it, you know what I'm saying? Hey, you know what I mean? Now, Magical Moments photo booth, holla at us, man. We'll upgrade any event that you need, man. We'll pull up with a custom backdrop and have a great time. Some of the fellas done
anything.
Yeah, anything.
I'll take you to the beach.
Birthday parties, Christmas, nigga. We'll pull up at your bar mitzvahs with yarmulkes on. You know what I mean?
All that.
You just getting out of jail? He'll set that motherfucker up right outside.
Word up, with the ramen noodle background. You know what I mean?
With the live gifts on.
With the live gifts on.
Animated.
So, but
congratulations too. You got to grind, man.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, it's definitely been. You know, I've been grinding like. I've done 6 events already.
Short time. You told me on a Facebook page?
Facebook page, Magical Moments, Facebook. Magical Moments photo booth on Facebook. You know, follow us, man. Like, share. I just started the page the other day. I almost got 200 already. Ooh. You know what I mean? We moving up real quick.
Grinding, man.
We moving up real quick, man. But yeah, book us for anything, man. Birthday parties, holiday parties, company parties, anything. So
what about
yeah, if
Diddy party.
I knew it.
You heard? Hey, listen.
He said, "Yeah, man."
Listen, for $100, you know, if you want to book my VIP package, $200 an hour, I'll sign an NDA, motherfucker. NDA. I sign an NDA, bitch. I ain't seen nothing.
That ass serious too.
But for those parties, it's a 5-hour minimum.
Yeah.
Word up, but
what's been good otherwise, fellas? What's going on?
Y'all looking at me like I got something. I don't got anything.
You ain't said nothing all day.
Because I haven't really thought of anything to say.
Oh, okay.
I ain't really got nothing.
Let us see the tabs on your phone, sir.
I ain't got no time.
He was behind the screen. Jed, I think he was watching.
He was over there.
I was on TikTok charging my phone.
Now, look, don't
My
prove
charger
nothing.
over there right
Nigga,
now.
Don't prove nothing. We believe you, nigga.
That boy phone was real low. He was like,
yeah.
My phone was charging, and plus it's a cord. You know when you have a cord, you're like limited from moving.
Yeah, we got
So I had to have my phone like this.
Yeah, it was like having a VCR. You had to set that shit up before everybody went to sleep. You could just press play because you couldn't hear the. You just had to turn the TV on mute and press play.
Yo,
what y'all think about this whole election shit? It's been getting ugly,
Tuesday,
man.
Tuesday.
Yo, me and P was going back and forth the other day in the gym, right?
I bet.
Excuse me. Now, I'm not so tied to any political party to the point I get, like, emotionally invested in anything. So I'm not trying to convince anybody of anything. I'm just going to do what I do for the reasons I do. But this nigga was sitting there trying to, like, sell. Yeah. I said, yo, why do you get so, like, worked up? I said, you treat it like it's your favorite sports team or something.
Right.
I said, I can't do that. There's just a part of me that won't allow me to. I'm going to research the information, and whatever fits what I believe is what I'll go with. Simple as that. And if you choose to do something different,
That's your choice.
Yeah, it doesn't make me feel any kind of way about you. But some people are just not saying him, but some people are just
the older people in my family. They hate Donald Trump so much, right? Yeah. And Quest, I apologize, but I used you as a thing. I said, so they're talking and they're talking so greasy, and I don't care. People, you can't be friends with people who support Trump. And I said, listen,
isn't that crazy?
And I said, listen.
It's sickening.
I said, I don't know. I said, you grew up in a world full of hate, and now you still live in that world full of hate. I said, one of my best friends since I was a little kid, we've had over a 30-year friendship, is a Trump supporter. You know what? And he has the liberty and freedom to be that. Facts. And regardless of his political views, I love him like a brother. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like, as family or anybody, we don't agree on everything. That's the beauty of the world and the diversity of the people. Yeah. You know what I mean? And that's the best thing, that you have your own view of the same situation. Oh, that's a nice leather couch. But I might say it's
fuck
not
your couch, nigga.
But you see what I'm saying? But we're all gonna have a different interpretation of the couch, and that's the beauty of the room. You know what I mean? And so, with the election, motherfuckers is going hard and wanting to fight. Did you hear about the guy
that punched that nigga?
That punched the dude? So there was a guy.
What?
So there was a guy
whopped on him that
got to arguing with somebody in the store about Trump, and he ended up punching the nigga in the face and going to jail.
Word?
Wow. For assault, because they got to arguing about Trump and Harris.
Yo, you know what's fucked up? Wait till he go to court. He better hope the judge supports whoever he was popping off.
See, you know what's crazy? Because you know how you say you can't get emotional about it, right?
Yeah.
But if somebody had that emotional reaction towards me, wanting to fight me, now
like, you're forced to.
You swung at me and all that shit. Now I look like I'm really into that behind this political shit.
Yeah, but I
would hate that.
Well, fuck them up and hope they pardon you just because you was riding out.
Listen, man.
But that's just like, that's why I tell people I don't talk about politics, and I'm not going to talk about religion.
Well, we all can do it, sports too, amongst each other.
Hard about all of them.
But that's because
politics, sports,
religion. But we'll argue about it.
Yeah, y'all be talking mad shit about sports.
I won't talk about that.
Listen,
I be walking away when y'all get into it. Like
we have heated debates all the time about Jordan and LeBron, and we agree to disagree. And I dap them up and hug them before we go, and we just continue on our day. Like,
you like Brian, huh? More than I can tell.
It just is what it is. You know what I'm saying? Nah, but he's been a Laker fan though forever. That don't got nothing.
No, I'm just saying I like the fit, but
these is Bron's, man. That's my dude, man. LeBron.
Damn.
Them in some big ass purple shoes though. They look like they are size though.
I ain't gonna lie. I talk about that shit on purpose just because I don't know enough about it to
just to get shit started.
I just get to chop
Niggas a troll, bro.
Niggas be so mad, like, bro, like, come on, bro.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
Tripping, man.
See, I don't dare do it, man, just because I don't know enough to even I be listening.
About the shit,
You know what I'm saying? So I do my research because there's certain things that I'm concerned with.
It's this nigga over here, yo. He wilding in the mic with the juice, with the drink and the peanut
drinks,
nigga.
I'm not even doing nothing.
Yo, he hasn't missed a laugh, right? Every time he do it, he just starts cracking up. And I keep seeing that.
Yo, Jenna, if you concentrate on the camera, motherfucker, maybe
Yeah.
shit won't be fucked up.
I would still hear you slobbing the fucking mic, nigga.
No Diddy.
No Diddy. God
You know what I'm
damn.
saying?
No Daddy.
Episode 6.
Where is that button
Some
though?
of the episodes didn't even have sound, nigga.
Yo.
See, you just trying to play me, bro. They don't even know they not up.
Oh shit.
This nigga,
This
man.
nigga dry snitching out here.
Man, you know.
Which is the practice of being aware of your thoughts and feelings in the moment.
I wanted to talk about Young Thug, man. He just got out of prison.
Ain't he just get out?
Yeah. Did you see his sentence?
Yeah.
So they said
it's crazy.
5 years, which is time served in custody, 15 years parole, and 25 years parole backloaded. He
So,
got 40
so if he
years
does
on-
good, they're gonna let him off early. Though I think he has to do 10 years with no issues. Then everything else would be what
Yeah.
is that word they use when it's like
exonerated, I
not
think.
vacated, but similar to that?
Expunged? Are you talking about?
Not expunged.
I think we all tired.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what it,
You'll be texting later like, "Yo, this is the word we was talking about."
But I don't think it's a 10-year thing. All I know about a 10 years is you can't go to Atlanta for 10 years. That's
He
the only
can't
thing
make gangster music.
Yeah.
Fact.
He can't be around no felons.
No gang members.
He
none of
he
that.
gotta do like 4 like shows a
A
year
year,
for
yeah.
charity.
100 hours of community service, and I don't think he gave a fuck about anything the
I
judge
wouldn't
was
either.
talking about.
That
He
nigga just heard going
I could go home tonight.
Word. Let me out.
Yeah.
That's all nigga need.
Oh, hey.
Oh, no
Other
weed,
home,
no weed, no alcohol.
Motherfucking Big Meech came home.
Oh, Meech came home.
Meech
too?
came home. Yeah, Meech came home. That nigga.
I think I'm Big Meech.
That nigga. They said
Larry
he was,
Hoover.
They said he was sitting in a halfway house with a $300,000 chain with Ling Ling doing his fingernails. You know what I'm saying?
Yo, imagine what he got out of prison with though. Like that shit probably went up in value.
Yeah.
Way up.
The world taking care of him. That's
I
crazy.
wonder, do he
knocked
get
in the
money?
head.
I wonder, do he get money from the 50 Cent BMF shit?
Nah,
He, I think he sold his story or the rights to it, or something. He gave him permission or something like that.
So he came home to a bag.
What
Mhm.
I'm
Came home
half.
to a bag.
I
Yeah.
wonder how much that was. You know what I'm saying?
A hefty bag.
Oh my god, that
Had to be.
I mean, and you think about all the money that they was getting. I mean, if you smart, you know, he probably got a couple. Them old ass 20s.
He's
and
good.
shit.
He's good.
Got some of them old ass hundreds laying around
Yeah,
somewhere.
he good, man.
You know what I mean? But yeah, you know, I think
Last but not least, I ain't gonna hold y'all too long because I want to get the fuck out of here too. I think it was you that mentioned Dirk. What do you guys say? Something about Lil
Dirk
Dirk?
got knocked.
Oh yeah.
oh, Lil Durk got knocked.
Shit like that be so disappointing to me, man. Because these dudes, and I'm not saying he's guilty. He's innocent until proven guilty. But if he put a hit out on Quando Rondo and other people after being a multimillionaire, like you couldn't remove yourself from that life after making it and getting your whole family, your friends, changing their life, and you still sticking to a code that don't love you.
All because niggas saying slide for Vaughn.
Bruh.
I be damned. Bro, I'm rich as hell.
They said, I had the thing that says Lil Durk was ratted on by his childhood friend OTF
wire.
Jam, who
Yeah, but
apparently
Dirk-
wore a wire for several years.
Yeah, but somebody debunked that online though, because
Okay.
they were saying that because he did 12 years, he just came home in like
When he came home, Lil Durk gave him more than 50,000.
and they were 2022 I think it was, and Little Pop got killed in 22 or something like that. But he was locked up when all of this shit transpired. So they were saying he couldn't have been wearing a wire because he wasn't even around.
Well, he could have been wearing a wire just because of conversations and shit. Like
No,
if,
well, they said the wire dates back to
Also, somebody else was wearing a wire.
Now, so what did you just say? The wire situation happened
several years.
Several years.
Yeah, not 7 though.
Several,
Yeah.
right?
But I think they.
It says he wore a wire for several years. OTF Jam was locked up for 12 years, and when he came home, Lil Durk gave him a couple dollars. But the whole time, Jam was ratting on OTF.
Stupid niggas.
But I mean, you know that just goes to that's just not him.
Stupid.
I mean, you know, that's a lot of times black people when they get money, they don't understand that when you evolve, you have to evolve the people around you.
Yeah.
And sometimes just because that's your man, that doesn't necessarily mean that that's a man that you need to be around with what you got going on. Everybody can't go.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's what they used to talk about, you know, about Big Meech back in the day. They would say, yo, he would go on vacation, but the whole plane, the whole 757 was full of, you know, he had to buy 300 plane tickets, 300 room. Like, you know what I mean? Like, after a while, look at MC Hammer. MC Hammer put on for his city, and he lost all that money trying to make sure that everybody ate. And, yeah.
Like, nah, son, there's only 3 seats in this plane.
Lord up, like, that's valiant. Like, don't get it twisted. Like, if Curtis can feed 300 people every day, he would feed 300 people every day. You know what I'm saying? But the reality is you can't do that. And even if you could, you shouldn't, because people got to get it by themselves.
Sometimes you outgrow people too, and one of the hardest things to do if you love somebody is to
let them go.
Settle with yourself that, damn, I've outgrown this individual.
Yeah, that inside battle, man.
It's rough.
That shit is rough, man.
Just like I've outgrown this podcast for the night. How you guys feeling? Quest, you already voted?
Nah.
When you voted?
I'm not.
You voted?
Early voted on Tuesday.
You voted?
I haven't voted. My mom just pressed me though.
Oh shit.
She was like,
if you're not registered, you can't. The last registration day was October 26th.
Oh wait. I thought I didn't know you had to register every year.
Nah, you don't. You're already registered.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I was about
to say.
Okay.
But
look at Jeddah.
I don't know.
What y'all think? What's the answer?
No.
Nah.
Fuck this country.
Nope. My answer is that's my business.
Can I just say something? Can I just say something
my
before we go?
business.
Of course. I ain't in no rush, really.
I do want everybody to vote. I think voting is important. I'll start by saying that.
Oh shit, Quessy coming for your head, bro.
No, I'm not even coming for Quessy.
I voted
not
enough,
at all.
man. And
not even at all.
They
I don't care if you vote for. Honestly, I don't care if you vote for Trump. I don't care if you vote for Harris. I want you to vote for the person that, as Curtis says, shoots the values that you have in your life. I want you to vote. But more importantly, I want you to know who your local elective officials are.
I think that matters way more.
That's what I was saying to P in the gym.
Learn who your legislators are, your local councilmen, your mayors, the people that decide the things in your community. One of the first times Dev came on, he was talking about the money that was allocated for the clock tower or whatever, who made that decision. And so when we had spoke off camera, I was telling him, you know, that's a city council thing where they have those different meetings and all those people. And us as black people, we don't go and represent ourselves there, so we're not going to know the
It's tough. I be having shit to do.
No, I'm not saying that. I'm not. Listen, no, I'm not.
Shit, I can't even go to my son's games the way I was.
Yeah, I'm not making no excuse because
But that's
I'm
real.
saying
As a
I'm
people.
including in myself. I'm not saying like I be there strong forced out. I'm saying we as a people, we don't know the decisions that are going on because we're not representing at the meeting. And then
You know what I was saying to P? Like, he had mad energy about the Trump and Harris thing. But when I started talking to him about local elections and voting, he didn't have any information.
Which is why
Because I was telling him about the Brian Maggs dude, how I did his campaign video, and how I got to sit down with him, talk to him about what his plans were. You know, it gave me a different perspective of him than what I had previously. I didn't know him before.
Right.
But then you have people that are more popular that might not have ever even sit down with people like us to explain things like that, let alone spend some money with you.
I just be looking at the whole election thing as a big psyop and a big old just. I don't know, man. It's just something that they do.
The game is rigged.
That's what it is.
That's what it feels like.
I mean, it's two different. Yeah, it's two different wings of the same bird, bro. Like they sell us what they want, they feed us what they want,
and they all be lying.
Yeah, bro.
I'm not
right in our face too.
Those popular. Oh, yo, these popular votes ain't shit.
Yeah, and then they act like one of them takes the high road. Just because the way you deliver it is a little calmer doesn't mean, and I'm not saying either side, I'm saying this is how it usually is.
Yeah.
All of y'all be shitting on each other, talking the craziest shit
Then
you
go
can.
team up and shit.
Then once the election's over.
Yeah, presidents don't even run it, bro. It's really ran by the Rothschilds. Fuck out of here.
What's the difference between us? I talk wild greasy sometime about Jetta. I talk wild greasy about everybody in
You
here.
sure do.
But I love y'all niggas though. But real quick, did y'all talk last week about the Kill Tony dude that opened up for Trump?
Nah, that was after the pod last week.
After the Tony be So did you guys hear?
I heard some of it.
You heard what he said? He said that there was a whole.
You know he's a comedian, right?
Yeah, but
raw ass comedian.
Yeah, and I respect it. And you know,
you ever see him outside of doing that online? Any of his shows or stand up or anything?
No.
Maybe you should watch some of his stuff and who he's around before. I'm not saying you, but the people in general, because in my opinion, there isn't a racist bone in his body. He fucks with black people just like he fucks with white people, but he's a raw ass comedian.
Yeah.
Just like Eddie Murphy is a raw ass comedian, and Eddie Murphy's now married to a white woman, isn't he?
I don't know.
I think so.
My point is, I don't think that type of comedy was fitting for that situation.
That's where I was going. That's where I was going with it. Because I've seen bits and pieces like shorts of Kill Tony.
Yeah.
Of different people. I've seen that, so I kind of got where he was coming from. But my point of that was, that's a person that you chose to represent because they chose him.
Yeah.
There's millions of people that do comedy. There's thousands of people that they could have chose to represent in that space.
Yeah.
And they chose him to represent in that space.
And Trump was saying that he doesn't know the dude and he doesn't agree with what he was doing, right?
Well,
but like you
he's
said,
gonna do that because
who's actually in charge of what's going on? It wasn't Trump. Say it was Trump. You fucked up. Say it wasn't you. Your people's fucked up. But they still felt, or you still felt, like that was good for him to do for some reason.
But that's the point. I mean, you can say that you can say that you can blame it on your people.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, your people are a representation of you.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because we all
they had a plan when they did it. My point is they had a plan. It's not like you don't vet what he's going to deliver at one of the most important platforms ever, right? And after he presents what he's going to do, you either approve it or you disapprove it, right? You approved it. So you had a plan. Maybe you were appealing to the people that are racist and you want to let them know you support their thoughts and ideas, but then you have something to fall back on that he's a comedian, not delivering anything.
Blanket.
Yeah,
that makes sense.
Yeah, I mean, double-sided, but that's what I was. That was my point of saying is like, wow, that's something that you chose to represent yourself with. That's like a pastor. To me, that's like a pastor getting an award, going up there and letting me come on and be like,
hell
fuck
no,
y'all niggas, bitch. These hoes be like, come on, like
we leave it.
That's like somebody letting Dolomite open up for TD Jakes. Word up, like you know what I'm saying? Like you gonna let Dolomite open up for TD Jakes? You know what I mean? That's like Akinyele performing his song at church. You know what I'm saying? That's like, you know, like come on, man. I mean, but the reality is to me, and then we can get up out of here. The reality is to me, a black woman, and this might sound crazy, but a black woman who gets another black woman to twerk at their campaign thing, it's almost image-wise almost the same thing.
Oh yeah, I see what you're saying.
Imagery. You know what I mean? I have a young black girl, in my house that I'm trying to teach to be a woman, right? And
Pandering and influence.
And so the goal of any parent is to say, baby, you can be anything, right? And fortunately, right now, we have a black woman running for president, so I can tell my daughter that you can do this because we can see it live and in real time. You know what I mean? Just because of the representation. You can do anything. And then she comes on and, you know, I like Meg. Go Meg, go Meg. I ain't mad at her. You know what I'm saying? But you twerking at the Democratic group.
That's why I don't watch none of that bullshit.
But
I get little bits and pieces when.
But imagery, just like with that situation.
Like I don't seek it out. I can't.
I don't. If it comes across some shit.
Yeah, but now when it comes to money and my health, as far as like.
That's all it is for me, bro.
I seek information out. Other than that, we'll see what the fuck happens. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
P said there's going to be a civil war if Trump loses. So
that's because they trying to sell that shit.
That's what I told P. I said, yo, you sound like a paranoid old white woman.
That shit sound like when Trump say 2028, 2032, 2036. Man,
that nigga said he gonna call off from work and all that. I said, yo, bro. I said, are you really locked into all this shit to the point that they're
Nigga, we make too much goddamn money for him to be calling off some shit like that.
Then you have an individual thinking like that, standing next to somebody that doesn't think like that at all.
Right.
Like you're impaired because of your thoughts.
Yeah, man. You
No
put
way.
that energy out in the universe, bro.
No way.
I mean,
my wife would be like, "You better take your ass to work." The fuck?
Or who you gonna explain that to? Yo, why you ain't come in?
Y'all ain't know Trump was
Trump
getting
ain't-
elected
Trump
tonight?
ain't win.
Quest
Queen of the
Uncle-
world.
Yo, I was at Quest Uncle Donnie party last night. You know what I'm
Yeah. So what is it? Tuesday is the election.
Tuesday's the election, man.
So Tuesday night we'll have or is it Wednesday we'll have the election results?
Tuesday night.
Tuesday night.
Is
So you
it
guys
this-
want to play some bets?
Is this deciding who
You know
the
you can play
president
some
is?
bet real
Or is
life.
it-
I'm with it.
Yeah.
So I missed all
Y'all
the
got it?
other.
I got $5.
Damn.
I think Trump's gonna win.
You think he's gonna win?
Yeah.
I got five that unfortunately Kamala's gonna get it.
All right, so we got 5
I'll
on it.
throw 5 on Kamala
You
too.
got so 5 with you too.
I
Let me
think
write
this country
shit
like to
down.
make history.
I'm gonna put
man.
5
Yeah,
on Kamala
that's what
and
they want.
5 on.
I'm gonna put 5 on Kamala, 325 on Trump. Let me write this.
Y'all
down.
got
I
it.
hope
Y'all
Trump
got it.
wins, but
Still
I know,
lose,
man.
nigga.
Only reason why I really be going for Trump, bro, like the primary reason is he ain't no sucker ass nigga when it comes to dealing with these other countries. He holds his nuts.
Yeah.
When you
And
it can't be.
And he does stuff logically.
Yeah.
Like he's a male, so he's gonna and he's a man's man from what it seems like. He don't. I mean, he fuck with bitches. He do all types
Yeah.
of.
Like he's a
He
human
definitely fuck
being.
his
that-
money up.
Like
Yeah, that's a
You
come
know
on,
what I'm saying?
brother.
Age Bill Clinton.
I know you, bro.
I mean, I guess that's a part of it for me. Like, you know,
And I don't want I mean not to cut you off, but I mean a woman off of she runs primarily off of emotion first. Her emotions will always
Quest,
trump her
you know what's
logic.
funny? I said that to Liz the other day, and she got mad. I said, "See what I'm talking about?"
So they are emotional creatures by nature.
Yeah.
So no matter how well they speak in public and sell you on their policies,
Quest.
hold up, they're always gonna do that. So you can say, nah, fuck out of here, yo.
Yeah.
That estrogen trumps that, bro.
It does.
Who runs your household, Quest?
What you mean who runs it, nigga? Me.
Okay.
I mean we a team. Fuck out, yo. What you mean? My wife.
Your wife runs your household just like mine.
No,
Shit, my wife don't run my household.
Son, that's different,
She's
bro.
very,
my wife does not run my household, bro. Like,
She
trust
plays a
me.
position.
Yeah, she.
So Hoodie just threw herself under the bus. We
Facts,
know what
bro.
happens. You get your ass whooped. That's why you don't be
Taking that
answering the
nigga's
phone.
leg away.
You can be sending me SOSs.
What I understand.
Yo, Cap, meet me at the end of my driveway at 3 in the morning.
Be quiet. Turn the lights off. I understand what you said. I'm just saying, for me, like when I say who runs your household, like the wife knows the ins and outs, and she runs your household. Like all man shit aside, like what I was saying is like who runs my household? My wife does, because I don't know how much my bills are because my wife pays that shit. You know,
That's
what I mean?
not running the household though. That's her playing her part.
Yeah,
She runs the
Because my
atmosphere
wife
of the house.
manages the finances in
That's
our
what I'm
house
saying.
too.
The atmosphere of my house is basically what I'm saying. Like, yeah, I'm the male. I'm the leader of my family as far as stature. Our household runs according to the gospel. The man leads. The
Mutual
wife
love,
follows,
mutual respect, too,
mutual-
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But I was just saying, like,
Motherfucker break in.
oh yeah, we know.
Look at your face. Oh yeah, his hands started going like,
Word up.
yeah.
That's how it's gonna go. Cause shit, I told her, I said, you better. I had to tell Vita, you better learn how to use this. Cause I'm gonna try to put my leg
Yo.
on so I can get up. You know, imagine a nigga coming out the door on a knee scooter. Ting, ting, ting.
This nigga is crazy, sir. Wow.
That
So,
nigga shot me on a knee scooter.
sir, you want to put a bet down on this?
Nah, I'm good. I ain't no gambler. I'm good.
Bet some push-ups, sir.
Look,
Huh?
He ain't even looking at him. He looking out at the wall like, what the fuck this thing?
Yo, that's what we
Jetta, you ain't putting nothing on it?
Jetta,
I said I got
you and your
5 on
son-
Kamala,
you and
5
your
on
son-
Trump,
You and
nigga.
your son have a bet.
I'm gonna
of
end up
some
losing
push-ups.
$5 anyway.
On
but
some
I'm gonna still
Yeah,
win.
you bet your dad 10
I'm not
push-ups.
writing that shit down.
Y'all two have a father-son push-up bet, and whoever loses, y'all gotta do the push-ups live right here. What's happening?
So
Father-son.
Not betting.
What y'all think Trump gonna say if he loses?
It was rigged.
Man.
Again.
Again, yeah.
It was rigged again.
You know what? They did it one time. What makes you think they won't do it again? What's
But did you see that? Did you
Trump
see
know how to get his name?
where was it that the mailboxes and
Oh yeah, they got the ballot boxes got burnt up.
Oh yeah,
in
yeah.
some way.
I
I
did
think
see
it
that.
was
Yeah.
3
I
different
saw
ones,
that.
right?
Of course they got
I
burnt
saw
up.
that shit.
Yeah, they showed that shit, and they tracked the vehicle too. I think it was the same vehicle that did at least 2 of them, if not all 3.
These niggas.
Crazy, right? Like these motherfuckers get wicked when it comes to these damn politics,
See?
man.
Niggas rushed the Capitol.
Yo,
They
Trump
not
told him
playing
to.
about Trump.
Yeah,
Trump
he-
told him to and said, I ain't come to that shit.
yo,
They was hoping to see Trump there. They was hoping to see Trump at the steps like, let's go. Like, damn.
Donnie's shit would have been, his hair would have been floating in the wind and shit.
Yo,
like this.
I'll tell you,
Half off and shit.
if Kamala wins, they just need Obama to keep playing the shadow president.
she
That's
even sounds like Obama.
Her
when she speaks.
writer does.
It's not just me, huh? You
Whoever
hear it?
the deliverance.
Yeah,
She got a
yeah.
ghostwriter.
You know what I'm saying? Like she,
Who said that?
and then yeah, her deliverance like sounds like the whoever wrote Obama's speeches writes her speeches.
Wasn't she the one? She wasn't even voted in, right?
Nah,
She
bro.
got pushed
That's
into
that should let you know even more. They about.
That's
to throw
what made
in
me
there,
start
son.
feeling funny when
That's why-
because it was
that's why I
it was a
bet
couple of
Kamala.
days to a week when Biden what did he I think he had COVID or he was
Yeah,
sick.
they dropped,
shit.
and then
They
they
said
just
that
pushed
nigga ain't
Kamala
healthy.
right up.
Bruh.
It wasn't even.
That's strategy to me.
Exactly. They wouldn't do that if they wasn't going to put her in position.
Word up, bruh.
But I do have one question before we go.
For the 4th time, I like that's how you got
I know because Key had a question, so I had a
Keep
question.
putting 2 hands up, nigga.
Fuck you, Jetta. I gotta put 2 hands up so I can make you a shape up, bitch. Nah, so can anybody name one vice president that's actually done anything productive?
No.
No.
Because I'm not defending nobody. I just from listening and reading, people are attacking her vice presidency, and I respect it.
P did have a good point with that because I was asking him, I was like, yo, so what has Kamala done? I said, I want some change, and I don't feel like things are going to change if she's a president. And he was like, he said that. He was like, well, the vice president basically works for the president, so he sends you where he wants you to go. You got to basically do what you're appointed to do, as opposed to making your independent changes and things like that.
Because that was my question too. Like when me and my wife were talking about it too, and she had said that, and I said, "You right." I said because I've had a couple conversations with people, and they say, "Well, she hasn't done this and she hasn't done that."
Yeah.
And I just said, "I know." I don't know what to tell you. There's no defense of that.
Yeah.
But my only question is can you name a vice president that's actually bucked up against the president where they had beef on how they wanted to handle things?
Probably behind the scenes.
I don't know. We never were sold that. Like they never advertised that.
It wasn't
to
out
us.
there
Yeah,
for us
but
to.
but that's what I was saying. When,
Who
when
was
people,
JFK's vice president? She got smoked. He must have did something. Vice president right next, right?
Yeah, it.
He must.
Was
he
that-
might
that
be the
wasn't-
best one.
Huh?
It was Reagan.
No, it wasn't Nixon. It was somebody who after he got JFK got.
Hold on.
So who went in this spot after he got killed?
I thought it was Reagan was after JFK.
Reagan was after Jimmy Carter. Carter.
Don't the vice fill the spot?
Yeah. I never heard anyone who replaced him when he got.
Lyndon B. Johnson.
Lyndon B. Johnson.
I've never heard Lyndon B. Johnson's name at all, or what they ever did.
Lyndon B. Johnson.
Yeah, Lyndon B. Johnson.
Have you ever heard of them? Like what they did, their place in history after he got killed. I never heard nothing.
But I mean, there's a lot of presidents that just, Gerald Ford. What did he do?
69.
You know what I'm saying?
Well, there's stuff about him I've heard of what he's done. Like I don't know off the top of the head, but that guy after JFK, I've never heard of anything.
Yeah, but I only think he was in there for like a year. It wasn't that long.
No, 3 years. He was in for 3.
It was
don't they got a
some time in?
Because he was vice president for 3 years. JFK got assassinated, and then they just brought him back up. Wait.
Yeah, he served to 69.
No,
63 to 69.
Oh,
so he finished the term pretty much.
He just finished his term and then didn't win after that.
Ain't shit gonna change anyway.
Yeah, I mean, to answer your question, no, we don't know no vice president that did anything really. Like, we don't get that advertisement.
Yeah, but I still say people vote, man. But make sure you go vote for your local elections. That's the biggest thing. Vote for your local elections. Find out who your mayor is. And worry about the things that are going to affect the streets and the communities that you live on. That's more important.
Yeah, I want to know about the meetings you was talking about. Because if you know about them, I want to know about them.
Well, I mean, they're public. They're public information. It's just if you want the information that's out there, you just have to want the information.
True.
You know what I mean? Like I can't tell you exactly where to go, but I know that they have these community meetings where they talk about what's going on, how the money is getting spent, what money is allocated to here and there, parks and recreation, all that different type of stuff. They have those meetings where they talk about that stuff. Just like they had the meeting with, did you see on the news the other day about Chemung County closing the weed shop, and they had the Van Sickle nigga on, Van Sickle, is that his name?
You talking about the 420 novelties?
Yeah.
McKinkle?
They had the McKinkle dude on there, and they had a meeting with the executives in the county legislators.
He had a good point too. He was talking about how they're putting all this energy into the shops and things of that nature when there's so much more like the opiate and meth and the homeless shit going on. Like he's like, what do you think they use when they're coming down and things? He's like, they use marijuana to settle themselves as opposed to. I feel like, and I'm not gonna get off on a tangent, but after working with the B Mills dudes, I feel like it was fair for those that hustled to get in position, that did it and made it successfully. I think it was fair for them to do that instead of like the state coming in and forcing people out and then allowing people to come in that they want to be in position. It's a hustle, I
mean, because what you said too, as far as what he said, then he also said, at least you know where they're getting the weed from.
Yeah.
We have stores that
was
are
tested,
regulated.
That's what he said.
And then he said, so you're going to shut us down. Guess what's going to happen? They're going to move into that house across the street from the school. They're going to move into that neighborhood right next to the church.
Yeah.
They're going to move into that, wherever, different places by the parks and all that.
They think that
stuff.
the dispensaries is going to funnel all the clientele to them. That's not the case in my opinion. I feel like people are going to go either with the individuals they've been getting weed from forever, or they're going to find other people to get them from like they traditionally did. They're going to be
Everybody's got a guy.
Yeah.
Which I can agree with that. I don't go to dispensaries.
Have you ever been
No.
See?
Nah. I never went to the dispensary.
How about you, sir?
Man,
Trick question.
Nah, I mean,
you did. Let me know which one. I have to talk to somebody.
Like
pull up gang.
A couple people,
Call me.
a couple of them approached me on, making edibles and providing their services with edibles.
Nigga, he'll get somebody shut down, nigga.
Yo, I was just.
You thinking the DEC is a problem? FDA at your door, nigga.
But
he gave them test samples and the niggas never called them back
because they died.
Nah, it's a scary game. You know what I'm saying?
They got some scary Diddy treats, nigga.
I can't remember my name.
Y'all crazy.
Who am I? Why am I hurting?
Episode 69, you freaking ass.
Mindfulness, which is the practice of being aware of your thoughts and feelings in the moment.